Hello everyone. Our subject is financial management, in which we are going to start the sources of finance. We already discussed there are three sources, that is equity share, preference shares, and debentures. So today we are going to discuss the retained earning and term loan. There are mainly five long-term sources. First one equity share, second one preference share, third one debentures, fourth one retained earning, and fifth one term loan. So you have to prepare advantage and disadvantage of each and every source. So today we are going to discuss about the retained earnings, advantage and disadvantage of the retained earnings. So what do you mean? First of all, what do you mean by the retained earning? Generally, whatever profit earned by the company, that profit divided into two parts. Clear? First, retained earning, and second part is dividend payment. For example, if your retained earning ratio is 80%, it means your dividend payout ratio is 20%. So here is retained earning means part of profit which is reinvestment in business for future expansion, future diversification, future modernization. So retained earning, which is also known as plowing bags of profit, or you can say reserve and surplus. And dividend. What do you mean by dividend? Dividend means part of profit which is distributed among the shareholders. So you have to just keep in mind, if your retained earning ratio is 60%, it means your DP ratio. DP ratio means dividend payout ratio is 40%. Clear? So retained earning, you have to just keep in mind, retained earning means some part of the profit company have to keep in business, within business, so which will helpful in future. If company wants to modernize their business in future, if company wants to install latest or sophisticated technology, modern technology, then if company have a good large amount of reserve and surplus, then larger amount of reserve is considered as a progress of the company. It will increase the reputation and credit worthiness in the market. So company have to maintain minimum cash balance, or you can say minimum reserve, which will helpful in future. For example, in future if there will be a depression or recession period, so in recession period company's net profit, net earning will be low. So at that time, if company have a large amount of accumulated reserve, accumulated means combined. So it is, if company have a good large amount of accumulated reserve and surplus, then company can easily face the recession situation in the market. So it is retained earning means reserve and surplus. So today we are going to discuss the advantage and disadvantage of the retained earning. So you have to just keep in mind, retained earning means part of the profit which is reinvestment in business. અમુક કંપનીને જેટલો પ્રોફિટ થાય એમાં અમુક પરસન્ટ પ્રોફિટ કંપનીએ reserve રાખવાનું, which will helpful in future for future expansion, future diversification, future modernization. If company wants to replace outdated obsolete machineries, if company wants to install latest technology, then if company have a good or large amount of reserve, then company can easily or smoothly running their business. Then dividend payment we already discussed. If company issue these shares, then company have to pay dividend, but you have to maintain minimum reserve in the business. Then let's start with the very first one, that is meaning of retained earning, or you can say plowing bags of profit, that is internal source. Listen, there are two sources of finance, external source and internal source. External source means company have to raise the money with the help of outside public. Clear? Then internal means within business. Whatever profit earned by the company, some part of profit company have to keep in business for future requirement. So external means equity share, preference share, bond, debenture. Generally company have to issue the bond, shares, debenture, and general public have to purchase. So it is known as external source. જે ઇક્વિટી શેર છે, પ્રેફરન્સ શેર છે, ડિબેન્ચર, બોન્ડ, આ બધું કેવું ફાઇનાન્સ કહેવાય? એક્સટર્નલ. કંપની હેવ ટુ રેઝ ધેર ફિનાન્સ વિથ ધી હેલ્પ ઓફ આઉટસાઇડર્સ. And internal means whatever profit earned by the company, some part of profit company have to keep in business which will helpful in future. So you have to just also keep in mind, if your retained earning ratio, there should be retained earning ratio, RE ratio is 20%. It means your dividend payout ratio is 80%. Clear? So retained earning means part of trading profit which is not distributed in form of dividend but retained by directors for future expansion. So we already discussed that retained means retained earning no meaning શું થશે? Reserve and surplus. કંપનીને જેટલો પ્રોફિટ થાય એમાંથી અમુક % કંપનીમાં જ રાખવાના. ક્લિયર? Company have to maintain minimum reserve and surplus which will helpful in future. Then retained earning is the internal source of finance. So generally equity share, preference share, bond, debenture, that will be considered as the external sources of finance. But here is retained earning is considered as a internal source of finance. Then in other words, it is the sacrifice made by the equity shareholder. How? Generally it is, for example, opportunity cost. If company, whenever company on the profit, company have a two option. Either company select the retained earning or company select the dividend payment. For example, if company select the retained earning, it means company have to sacrifice the next best option, that is dividend payment. So it is opportunity cost. Clear? The next best alternative you have to forgo or sacrifice. Company retained earning select કરે તો એનો મીનિંગ શું કે company have to forgo or sacrifice the next best alternative, that is dividend payment. Whenever you have to just keep in mind, whenever company on the profit, clear, at that time company have a two choice, company have a two option. Either company select the retained earning or company select the dividend payment. For example, if you select the option of retained earning, clear, then the next best alternative or option you have to sacrifice or forgo, that is dividend payment. So it is the sacrifice made by the equity shareholder, and company normally retain 30 to 80% profit. Whole profit company cannot retain. Company ne 100% profit થયો હોય તો whole part of profit company cannot retain, reserve in business. Some part of profit company have to keep in business. Then let's start with the very first one, that is advantage of the retained earning. Meaning is clear? Retained earning means part of profit which is keep in business or reinvestment in business which is helpful in future, which will helpful in future for future expansion, future modernization, diversification. Clear? So retained earning which is also known as plowing backs of profit, or you can say reserve and surplus. Then first advantage, ready availability. So how it is readily available? Because for example here is retained earning that will be considered as an internal source of finance. So generally being an internal source, these earnings are readily available to the management. In short, directors don't have to ask outsider for the finance. So generally equity share, preference share, in which company have to prepare prospectus. Prospectus means written document to invite the general public. So but in case of retained earning, so retained earning is internal source of finance, so there should be no requirement of general public or outsider. So it is available within the business, within the profit. Out of the profit, some part of company have to keep in reserve, so it is readily available. So company don't have to ask about the outsiders to subscribe the security. So you have to keep in mind, equity share, preference share, bond, debenture, there will be a requirement, need of outsider, but retained earning is considered as an internal source, so there should be no requirement of outsider. So it is readily available within the business. Some part of profit company have to keep in reserve. Then cheaper than the external equity. So you have to keep in mind there are two sources of finance, external source and internal source. External source માં શું આવશે? Equity share, preference share, bond and debenture. And internal source માં શું આવશે? Retained earning, reserve and surplus. So it is cheaper than external equity. So generally retained earnings are cheaper as compared to external equity because the flotation cost, then brokerage cost, then underwriting commission. So generally there are lots of expense when you use the external source. તમે equity થી raise કરો money, the bond થી raise કરો, preference share use કરો, then debenture use કરો. So you have to, there are so many extra cost like flotation cost, means cost of raising fund. Then you have to pay brokerage, broker, buying and selling activity. Then underwriting commission. Underwriting commission means if company have to issue the shares, and if company's share is not fully subscribed by the general public, then remaining or outstanding shares purchased by the underwriter. So company have to pay fees to the underwriter. So whenever company use the external source, then there should be lots of expense. But whenever company use the internal source, that is retained earning, then cost will be less. Then no ownership dilution. No ownership dilution means generally if you use equity shares, clear, external source, then your control power should be distributed among new shareholder and existing shareholder. But retained earning, that will be considered as an internal source. So the control power, ownership cannot be distributed. It remain with the existing management only. કારણ કે આમાં outsider ની જરૂર જ નથી પડતી. ક્લિયર? તમે equity share થી, if you have a requirement of additional fund and if you raise your additional fund with the help of equity share, then your control power, ownership can be distributed, diluted among the new shareholder and existing shareholder. But in retained earning is an internal source, so there should be no requirement of outsider. So control power is remain, ownership is remain with the existing management only. Then here is economic strength. Fourth one, economic strength. So generally retained earning, whenever company have a large size of reserve, clear, good amount of reserve, then it will be signed as a company can consider as a economically as well as financially strong. So it is generally whenever company have a large size of accumulated reserve, then it will be considered as a increased goodwill and market reputation. Clear? So it automatically increase the market value of the shares. So whenever company have a large size of reserve and surplus, then it indicate the good financial position, strong financial capacity of the company, which will lead to increase the market reputation, credit worthiness in the market. So it is the sign of progress. If you have a large accumulated reserve and surplus in business, then it will be considered as which will be helpful in future for the progress of the company, growth and development of the company. Then facing depression. So facing depression means recession period. Clear? So here is whenever company during the depression period, the earnings of the company are very low. So generally if company have a large accumulated reserve in past time, then company can easily meet their current requirement. Clear? So company does not face much difficulty in facing the recession period. So generally whenever company have a large size of accumulated reserve and surplus, then company can easily face the recession period in the market. Market માં જો recession period હોય, મંદી હોય, at that time company's profit will be less. So during the less profit, during the recession period, if company have a large size of reserve and surplus, then company can easily face the recession situation in the market. Then credit standing. We already discussed credit standing નો meaning શું થશે? Credit worthiness, reputation in the market, goodwill in the market. So accumulation of surplus. Accumulation એટલે ભેગું થયેલું, combine, clear, reserve, large size of reserve. So if company have a large amount of reserve and surplus, clear, then it will directly consider as a regard as an index of the progress. જેમ કંપની પાસે વધુ રિઝર્વ એન્ડ સરપ્લસ હશે, ઈ શેના માટેનું ઇન્ડિકેશન છે? પ્રોગ્રેસ ઓફ ધી કંપની, ફ્યુચર પ્રોગ્રેસ ઓફ ધી કંપની. So generally the creditors and financial institutions also do not hesitate to advance the credit to the company with large reserve. જે કંપની પાસે large size નું reserve and surplus હશે, they can easily take a loan from the bank as well as financial institution. Even financial institution or bank can also provide loan easily to those companies which have a large size of reserve and surplus. Why? Because reserve is considered as a index of the progress. Clear? Index, generally reserve, if you have a large size of reserve and surplus, then it automatically increase the reputation or credit worthiness in the market. Your market value of share is also increase, so which will also indicate that company is economically as well as financially strong. So your reputation, your credit standing will automatically increase if you have a large size of reserve and surplus. Then stable dividend. So generally there are two type of dividend policy. First, you have to keep in mind that whatever profit earned by the company have a two choice. Either company select the retained earning, or the next option company select the dividend payment. So જ્યારે કંપનીને પ્રોફિટ થાય, કંપની પાસે બે ઓપ્શન હોય, two alternatives. First one retained earning and second one dividend payment. So retained earning means reserve, some part of profit company have to keep in business. If your retained earning ratio is 20%, it means your dividend payment ratio 80%. So in dividend generally also considered as an expense for the company. So there are various types of dividend, stable dividend and unstable dividend. There are two type of dividend policies, stable dividend policy and unstable dividend policy. Stable means same dividend each and every year. Clear? Unstable means dividend amount would be fluctuate, increase or decrease, which is depend on net profit of the company. So here is stable dividend. Stable means same dividend each and every year. When company, here is question in mind that when company can able to provide stable dividend, if company have a large size of reserve, accumulated reserve, company પાસે જો sufficient reserve કે cash balance હશે, તો જ company stable dividend provide કરી શકે. Clear? So here is generally shareholder may get the stable dividend even if company does not earn good profit. જ્યારે કંપનીને sufficient profit ના થાય, ત્યારે પણ company same dividend or you can say stable dividend provide કરી શકે if company have a large size of accumulated reserve. So company have to maintain sufficient reserve, sufficient cash balance on hand, so company can capable enough to pay stable dividend to the shareholder. Then disadvantage of the retained earnings. So let's start with the disadvantage. So first one, limited finance. Limited finance means that generally retained earning or you can say reserve is considered as a internal source કે કંપનીને જેટલો પ્રોફિટ થયો હોય એમાંથી જ અમુક percentage કંપનીએ બિઝનેસમાં રાખવાના. Whole part of profit company cannot retain in the business. Some part of profit company have to retain in business. So generally if company use the external source, then company can raise unlimited finance from the outsider. But here is if company select the retained earning or reserve, then finance will be limited. કેમ કે જેટલો પ્રોફિટ થયો હોય એમાંથી જ અમુક percentage તમારે બિઝનેસમાં રાખવાના છે. અને ફોર એક્ઝામ્પલ તમે એક્સટર્નલ સોર્સ યુઝ કરો લાઈક ઇક્વિટી શેર, પ્રેફરન્સ શેર, બોન્ડ, ડિબેન્ચર, એમાં તો કંપની કેન raise unlimited finance from the outsider, general public. Clear? So here is the amount which can be raised by way of retained earning will be limited. So here is whenever if company select the retained earning, then company have to generally company having a limited option, limited balance. Clear? So here is director cannot retain whole balance. Generally જેટલો પ્રોફિટ થયું હોય એ બધો તમે retain ના કરી શકો. Some part of profit company have to pay to the equity shareholder in terms of dividend. So it is limited finance means with the help of internal source company have to raise finance which is limited. Clear? And if company select the external source like equity, preference, bond, debenture, then company can raise unlimited finance. So it is finance or cash on hand is limited because whatever profit earned by the company, in out of profit only some part of profit company have to keep in business. So limited finance. Then high opportunity cost. What do you mean by opportunity cost? Here is opportunity cost. What do you mean by opportunity cost? So generally opportunity cost no simple meaning શું થાય તો કે if you have a so many option, if you have a 2 3 4 5 option, then if there will be more alternatives are available, then opportunity cost in simple meaning, opportunity cost means the next best alternative you have to forgo or sacrifice. તમારી પાસે બે ઓપ્શન હોય, એમાંથી તમે એક સિલેક્ટ કરો અને બીજો તમે જે સેક્રિફાઈસ કરો એને શું કહેવાય opportunity cost. For example, company whenever company on the profit, company have a two option. First one that is retained earning and second one that is dividend payment. કંપનીને ગમે એટલો પ્રોફિટ થાય, કંપની પાસે બે ઓપ્શન હોય, બે ચોઈસ હોય. આઈધર કંપની સિલેક્ટ ધી રિઝર્વ એન્ડ ઓર કંપની સિલેક્ટ ધી ડિવિડન્ડ. Reserve which will helpful in future of future diversification, future modernization, and dividend that will be considered as an expense for the company. And one thing you have to keep in mind, if your retained earning ratio is 20%, it means your dividend payment ratio 80%. Clear? So here is high opportunity cost means if company select the reserve and surplus. For example, if company select the option of reserve, then company have to forgo or sacrifice the next best alternative, that is dividend payment. So the retained earning are nothing but the sacrifice or profit made by the equity shareholders. So generally whenever company જ્યારે retained earning select કરે તો next best option કયો જતો કરવો પડે? Dividend payment. તો એને શું કહેવાશે? Opportunity cost. So you can say retained earning is a dividend forgone by the, sacrificed by the equity shareholders. So here is જ્યારે company reserve વધુ રાખે, for example 80%, તો કંપનીએ નેક્સ્ટ બેસ્ટ અલ્ટરનેટિવ કયો જતો કરવો પડે? ડિવિડન્ડ પેમેન્ટ. That would be considered as a opportunity cost. Then over capitalization. Generally capitalization means total capital investment in the business. Clear? Capitalization no meaning શું થાય? Total capital investment in the business. There are we will discuss in next chapter, that is under capitalization, over capitalization. So capitalization means total capital investment, whether it is owner's fund or borrowed fund. Clear? So here is over capitalization means your capital investment will be more as compared to what is actually requirement in the business. તમે investment વધુ પડતું કરી નાખ્યું હોય, clear, અને તમને રિટર્ન ઓછું મળે એને શું કહેવાય? ઓવર કેપિટલાઇઝેશન. કેપિટલાઇઝેશન એટલે your total investment. Under capitalization no meaning શું થશે? Your investment will be less as compared to what is actually required. Under capitalization એટલે તમે investment less કર્યું હોય, જેટલી actual માં requirement હોય એના કરતા પણ તમે investment less કર્યું હોય તો એને શું કહેવાય? Under capitalization. So it is over capitalization. હવે if company only focus the reserve and surplus, retained earning, કંપનીને ગમે એટલો પ્રોફિટ થાય અને કંપની વધુ પડતું ફોકસ કરે રિઝર્વ એન્ડ સરપ્લસ રાખવાનું, તો there will be a chances to over capitalize situation in the business. Clear? So here is Generally, there are two type of dividend policies: strict dividend policy and liberal dividend policy. Strict dividend means generally which is also known as conservative dividend policy. Strict dividend એટલે company have to provide less dividend and more focus on reserve and retained earning. So one thing you have to keep in mind here: strict dividend policy and liberal. Strict dividend એટલે lesser dividend provided to the shareholder, and liberal dividend policy means higher dividend provided to the shareholder. So whenever company follow the conservative dividend policy, or you can say strict dividend policy, at that time company have to provide very less dividend and more focus on reserve. So at that time there will be a chances to overcapitalize situation in the company. Clear? Then fourth one here is tax evasion. Tax evasion means generally tax hiding. Clear? Tax evade means unethically company have to pay less tax to the government. So generally here is whenever company have to maintain reserve and surplus. Clear? At that time whenever company have to maintain good reserve and surplus, at that time company's expense would be less. Company have to generally company reserve ઉપર ફોકસ કરે એનો મીનિંગ શું થાય કે company have to pay less dividend, so less expense for the company. So profit may be retained with view to evading tax liability. Generally some part of profit company have to secretly keep in business. Secret profit, secret reserve. Secret reserve. Secret એટલે કોઈ પણ વસ્તુ secret હોય એનો meaning શું થાય? Which is not disclosed in the balance sheet, which is not disclosed in the financial statement. Secretly maintained. Clear? So secret reserve in which company, why company have to create secret reserve? Because company wants to reduce tax liability, tax evasion. Clear? So this is the disadvantage of the retained earning. Then last sources of finance, that is term loan. So here is what do you mean by term loan? Simple, you have to write about loan. Clear? Term loan means medium term financing. You have to simple write about the loan. Loan વિશે તમારે લખવાનું છે આમાં. Clear? There is a transaction between borrowers and lenders. If you have taken loan from bank, clear, then bank is considered as a lender and you are considered as a borrower. તમે બેંક પાસેથી લોન લ્યો તો બેંકને શું કહેવાય? લેન્ડર, અને તમે શું કહેવાઓ? borrower. So loan in which there will be a transaction or legal contract between borrowers and lenders. So term loan is a medium term source finance primarily by banks or financial institutions. So whenever company have a need of finance for future expansion, future diversification, modernization of project, at that time company have to take on loan, borrowed amount from the bank or financial institution, એને શું કહેવાશે? ટર્મ લોન. સો જનરલી બેંક ને શું કહેવાય? લેન્ડર, અને કંપની ને શું કહેવાય? બોરોવર. સો there is a transaction or contract between lenders and borrowers. So it is term loans are repayable in periodic installment. Generally if company have taken loan from the bank, તો company એ periodic શું pay કરવું પડે? Installment. Clear? A term loan is a loan from bank for specific amount that has specified repayment schedule or fixed or floating interest. Fixed interest or floating. Floating means variable, change. Clear? Floating no meaning શું થશે? Interest rate will be changed according to situation. Either bank will charge fixed interest or variable interest. Floating means variable, change. Interest rate will be changed according to current market condition. So whenever company have a need of finance, requirement of finance for future expansion, future modernization, installation of new technology, diversification in future, at that time company have to take on borrowed amount from the bank and from loan. Clear? Company have to pay interest regularly, pay installment regularly. Company have to pay interest rate to the bank. Then features of the term loan. So we are going to discuss features of the term loan. So meaning is clear. Loan simple તમારે loan વિશે લખવાનું છે કે there is a transaction between lenders and borrower. Term loan is a medium term source of finance. Whenever company have a need of finance, clear, at that time company have to take an borrowed amount from the bank. So it is a secured loan. Clear. Term loan which is also known as a secured loan. Secured loan no meaning શું થાય કે if you have a, for example, if you have a requirement of loan 2 lakh rupees, તમારે 2 lakh rupees ની જરૂર હોય બેંક પાસેથી, તો you have to provide security to the bank in form of your gold, your silver, your jewelries. તમારે બેંકને 2 lakh rupees નું gold આપવાનું, in return bank તમને 2 lakh rupees cash માં આપશે. Clear? So in future, why there should be bank nowadays demand security? Nowadays no one bank will easily provide loan without security. શા માટે તમારે બેંકને સિક્યુરિટી આપવી પડે? તો કે in future if you are not able to pay installment or interest, then bank have a authority power to sell out your gold, your asset, your jewelries in market and collect the outstanding amount, remaining amount, recovering the outstanding or remaining amount. Clear? So first one, features of the term loan. Term loan is one kind of secured loan. You have to keep in mind, term loan is one kind of secured loan. So here is security. Security means generally company have to offer the security to the bank. Clear? So it is term loan are considered as a secured loan. Generally some kind of fixed asset provided by the company to the bank. So whenever company have a need of loan, at that time company have to provide some fixed asset in terms of legal documents. Clear? In terms of house property documents. So that type of security, gold, silver, jewelries, your legal documents. Clear? Property documents, house property documents, that type of security provided by the company to the bank. So it is a one kind of secured loan, and in future if company cannot able to pay installment or interest, then bank have a authority to sell out your property, to sell out your gold in market and recover the remaining amount. જો તમે ફ્યુચરમાં ઇન્ટરેસ્ટ કે ઇન્સ્ટોલમેન્ટ પે ના કરી શકો, for એક તમારે you have to keep in mind, term loan is one kind of secured loan. There is a transaction between lender and borrower. Clear? Lender means તમે બેંક પાસેથી લોન લીધી હોય તો બેંક શું કહેવાય? લેન્ડર, અને you are considered as a borrower. Clear? So here is security. Whenever company have to take a loan, company have to offer the security, mortgage. Clear? So in future, why bank demand security? Bank ને security ની જરૂર શા માટે પડે? કારણ કે in future જો તમે લોન લીધી હોય, ક્લિયર, બેંક પાસેથી, અને તમે ઇન્ટરેસ્ટ કે ઇન્સ્ટોલમેન્ટ પે ના કરી શકો, તો બેંક have authority or power to sell out your property in market and recover the outstanding or remaining amount. So it is one kind of secured loan. Second one, obligations. Obligation means responsibility. તમે લોન લીધી હોય તો તમારું responsibility શું રહીએ કે તમારે timely and regularly interest pay કરવાનું. Clear? So your obligation, whenever company have to take a loan, it is the obligation or responsibility of company to pay timely and regularly installment, or you can say interest. So interest payment, principal repayment. Clear? It is the obligatory part of the borrowers. So here is borrower have to compulsory pay interest or installment to the lender. Clear? Then interest. Interest means ટર્મ લોન ઉપર ઇન્ટરેસ્ટ કેવું હશે? ફિક્સ ઇન્ટરેસ્ટ. બોરોવર ને કેવું ઇન્ટરેસ્ટ પે કરવાનું હોય? ફિક્સ ઇન્ટરેસ્ટ ટુ ધી lender. So it is term loan carry the fixed rate of interest. So the rate is negotiated between borrowers and lender. Interest rate હશે એ બંને વચ્ચે mutually decide થયેલું હશે, lender and borrower. So it is negotiated, or you can say mutually decided between two parties, that is lender and borrowers. Clear? So borrower have to compulsory pay interest, fixed interest to the lender. Then maturity. So it is a medium term source of finance. So maturity period is between 5 to 10 years. Maturity period કેટલો હશે? 5 to 10 years, and repayment is made in terms of installment. તમારે repayment કેવી રીતના કરવાનું રહેશે? In terms of installments, and maturity period is 5 to 10 years. It is medium source of finance. Then restrictive covenants. Restrictive covenants means rules, regulations. So generally there will be some restriction put by the lenders on borrowers. Lender અમુક restriction decide કરી રાખ્યા હોય borrower માટે. Clear? So here is lender of the term loan impose certain kind of rules and regulation to the borrowers. So generally lender have to put some restriction on borrowers, that borrower have to maintain minimum asset base. કે borrower અમુક મિનિમમ કેશ બેલેન્સ કમ્પલસરી રાખવું પડે. ક્લિયર? મિનિમમ અસેટ બેઝ કમ્પલસરી રાખવું પડે. So it is certain kinds of rules, regulations, restriction put by the lenders on the borrower. So both lender and borrower have to follow the strict rules and regulation, which is mutually decided by both party, lender and borrower. Then convertibility. Term loan may be easily converted into equity at the option. So here is generally according to terms and condition, which is decided by the bank. Clear? So according to terms and condition, options should be provided, that is loan borrowed amount can easily convert into owner's fund, that is equity. So that is the term loans. So we have to complete 5 sources of finance. First one, equity share. Second one, preference share. Third one, debenture. Fourth one, retained earning. And fifth one, term loan. Clear? So in next lecture we are going to start bridge finance. So there are 5 sources of finance, long term sources of finance. You have to prepare advantage and disadvantage of equity share, advantage and disadvantage of preference share, then debentures, then retained earning and term loan. Clear? So if you have any doubts, query, then you can message me, and thank you all.